everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Steelers coming in at 5-3, going up against the Chargers, who come in at 4-4. With kickoff straight ahead, let's check in with the two men who'll be calling tonight's game as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now Hundley throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Give him 11 on the gain there. Good enough for a San Diego first down. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing, Hundley. He's got time. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Second down following the incompletion. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A strong running. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
They'll drop to throw. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. Now, I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Here we go. No. Check. Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
They go play action here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do. It was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play, because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down. I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
It fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the... And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we went back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Here we go.
Now Hundley. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Let's go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here we go.
Throwing, Hundley. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Here we go.
1st and goal. They'll look to smash it in. And he's in across the chalk. Touchdown, San Diego. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And he knocks it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd.
Here we go. 3-19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Let's go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And his kick is right through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. They'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. They'll look to throw again. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
But no second-guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down now after the pass completion.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3-19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he's got across the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And he'll bang that him through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we have reached half. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
All right, now look at 56. Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a give this time to the tailback. And a cut. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's up and good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
Throwing, Hundley. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Second and goal from the 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. Patrick Murray now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Murray's kick is up and good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Green, 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards up. On the play and a first down. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And they'll run it here. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll go down at the 28. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Bulldozes past him, and he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. And how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab.
Watch 32. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 2 yards on the completion. It's second down. They come out here in the I.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? A good drop. That time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said don't.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they'll indeed take a knee. A lot of